Hello and welcome to another live trading module. In our previous module, we traded based upon looking at the weekly chart initially. Let's expand that just one bit. And we sold the breakout of the low of this particular week right here. We sold down here. We came down and we took 125 pips of profit. That's one type of breakout trade. That's simply breakout of the low. Now we're going to go to the next time frame, which is daily. We're going to take a look at some things here. Let's take them up here, expand it just a taste. There we go. Now here we have two different types of breakouts that we want to look at. Typically there's a breakout of a high or low either on individual bars or on a group of bars. For instance, we could say that we'll take the horizontal line here. I'll just place it right there. We can say that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We could say that's easily the highest high of the last 10 days. 8, 9, 10. And we could say that that is easily the lowest low of the last 10 days. So this defines what's known as a channel breakout because the boundaries form a channel within which prices trade. Now, as you can see, prices are still inside of this channel for this particular breakout. Okay, so at that particular point, nothing would happen. But how the breakouts work is you basically choose the time period, and this is daily. Then you choose how many days, or if it's a weekly chart, you choose how many weeks you want to use for a breakout. Now in this case, that was a 10-day. Let's take the objects list real quick. Got to remove both of those. Okay. If you're looking for the last, say the last 3 days, not including the current day, take a look here. That's the highest high. That's the lowest low, basically. So we're looking at, that's the channel right there. So if the price moves up above here, we'd look to get long and buy the euro dollar US dollar going upward. The price breaks down and breaks below this channel that we've defined, then we'd want to sell. In this case, we have more than one type of a breakout trade, right? We have not only the breakout of these last 3 days, we have something special called an inside bar. And an inside bar is basically a bar whose high is lower than the previous high, as I'm showing with the arrow here, and whose low is higher than the previous low. So this bar right here in particular would be an inside bar. And the way it's looking, this bar today on my chart is looking like an inside bar so far, but the day's not over yet, so it can go either way. So what we want to do is we want to sell the breakout on either side of this particular daily bar. So let's take a look and see what the range is and make sure that it's going to fit within our parameters. High minus the low here looks decent. High minus the low here doesn't look too bad either. That would probably be the bar that we'd want to do, is this particular one right here. Even though a lot of people trade the inside bar, they'll trade right here, the extremes of this bar. But we'd like to move to this bar here and use the full 3-day kind of extremes. So that's the 3-day high extreme, that's a 3-day low extreme. Okay? So let's take a look. Okay, that's 176 pips, and that is near our risk parameters. 176 pips, and what we'll do is we'll buy on a breakout of this bar plus 3 pips, and we'll sell on a breakout of that low minus 3 pips. So let's do our calculations here. You can see that our high is 1.48587, and our low is 1.46827. Okay, so we can actually place an order based upon this bar, and it'll be a pending order, of course. So let's pop over. Let's pop to new order, and it's going to be a pending order. Okay, since we look to buy above the market, we're going to place a buy stop up here. And the price we want to place that buy stop at is 1.46827. Okay. What did it tell me? Invalid stop loss or take profit. I'm not trying to stop loss or take profit. Just want to buy stop. Open price you set must differ from market price by at least 40. This is a particular limitation of this platform, is that you have to be so far away in order to do it. But the price is actually 40 pips away, so I don't understand what the problem is. Let's try that again. Make sure I've got my price right. There we go. Always double check your prices, right? Okay. Let's start with a whole new order here, since this one seems like it's going to give us challenges. Okay. Pending order, buy stop here. Okay. We've got a buy stop in place right up here, right where we want it. Okay. Now we're going to place a sell stop. Sell stop at the price 1.46787. Okay. And I think the problem before was perhaps I was putting the sell stop price where the buy stop price should have been. Okay, so here we go. All right. So let's put a comment in here. Let's call it breakout of inside bar and last. How much? I'm not gonna. Let's call it breakout of inside bar low. Okay. So that okay. Not sure if they'll let us go through here and because I'd like to label the buy stop. Okay, no, that's fine. Okay, there we are. There we are. We've got both trades in place. Sell stop here, buy stop there. So this is not one of those trades that's going to be an immediate trade, as you can see. This is what I like to call a set it and forget it trade. I love set it and forget it trading, and let me tell you why. The orders are placed. Your research is done. The parameters are set up. Conditions come around. You see those conditions. You place your pending orders. And then you simply do one of the hardest things for traders to do, and that's wait. And trading is easier once you have patience. Trading is a lot easier once you have patience. So you have to learn to wait, because here's the thing. You want to wait for the right moment. And you want to be as selective as possible in choosing your trading opportunities. Think about all the times in life where you waited for something and you can tell yourself, yes, that was well worth the wait. And I'm not talking about being on hold with a phone company or any of those types of things. I'm talking about things that a great meal or a great relationship or what have you that you waited for. A great trade is the same way. It's worth it. It's absolutely worth it. Otherwise, we're just out there doing things randomly, and we let what we want get, which is to have some trading action, get ahead of what the market wants to give us. And we want to take what the market wants to give us because it's just sitting out there. Just sitting out there waiting. So this trade there's nothing else for us to do here. We are all set, and we'll see how things develop as we see this trade progress. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next module for a continuation of this trade and more live trading.